White text appears on black screen that reads Nature Creations Live, Digging Paleontology.
Hi everyone, my name is Maggie and I'm a ranger at Niobrara National Scenic River in Valentine, Nebraska. I'm coming to you today from our visitor center where you'll see behind me a photo of the Niobrara River in summer and in front of me a table with a plastic tub on top filled with sand and some string for our activities today. Nature Creations is a virtual event designed to help every kid or the kid in all of us explore different things about the Niobrara National Scenic River. Not only does the Niobrara National Scenic River have scenery and recreation, but also wildlife, geology, and paleontology. So today we'll be exploring paleontology using some household items that hopefully you have access to or can find pretty easily because these activities should be easy to do from home. Did you know that fossils from the Niobrara National Scenic River can be found in exhibits and museums all over the world? That's so cool. Some of the mammals that we know really well today are actually related to the fossils found on the Niobrara River. That is amazing. You'll see animals that look like beavers and rhinos and some horses and other mammals that we see in our everyday lives. Today we'll be doing a tabletop fossil dig to explore some of the other relatives of the mammals we know really well. This should be something you can do on your tabletop, or maybe you want to go outside and play. But we're going to pull the camera closer so you can see my hands and we can get started. So for our tabletop fossil dig, we're going to need a few things. You'll need a bucket or container. You could use a cookie sheet or just a Tupperware or bin, anything that's going to hold our dirt in place. You'll also need brushes of some kind or a little shovel. I have here a toothbrush and a small paintbrush. And then I also have our fossil friends. So you'll see their skeletons beneath them, but this is a Smilodon and a Mastodon, and they are early mammals of the Niobrara River, like we talked about just a few minutes ago. Their skeletons are the fossils that we'll be digging up today, but these are relatives. Our Smilodon is a relative of the saber-toothed tiger, and our Mastodon is a relative of the woolly mammoth. And these were really, really big, right? They were as big as an elephant, and our Smilodons were about the size of, they were a little bigger than a lion or a tiger, so they were still pretty big too. We'll set our friends aside and they'll come visit later maybe. Here we can see our skeletons, but we're gonna need some bones to dig up, right? So I have enlarged these pictures and they're on our website and social media, so you can print them out and cut out pieces yourself. But you'll see our skeletons here. We're gonna be burying these in the sand so that we, as paleontologists, can dig up some fossils. These are like puzzle pieces. Paleontologists have to put bone puzzles together every day, so that's what we'll be doing as tabletop fossil diggers. That should be all of our supplies. Oh wait, I forgot one. Most importantly, we need dirt. I have sand here in my bucket, but you could also use kitty litter, which is really easy to find at home, as long as you don't get it wet. If you get it wet, it's gonna stick to your fossil puzzles. But I'll use sand, and what we're gonna do is just spread these fossils out and around so that we can cover them up. So I poured half of my sand in the bottom of my bucket here, and I'll take the second half and just pour it over the top. So paleontologists are scientists who study fossils. And they study fossils from dinosaurs to early mammals to deep sea creatures that used to live way in the ocean. So you can discover some of those early eras and the different types of fossils around the world on our website under our paleontology and fossil page if you want to dig deeper. But paleontologists have to be really, really patient because fossils are very fragile. So that's why we're going to use brushes today to slowly just move a little bit of dirt at a time. And if you want it to be a big mystery, you could have somebody else, oh look, I found one. You could have somebody else place the bones so that you find them on your own. Well, look at that. We have one, it looks like a leg bone. We'll keep digging and see, oh, hey, we got a rib cage. So fun. I feel like a professional paleontologist already. I could keep digging for many, many hours, right? We said those paleontologists have to be really patient because they might find teeny, teeny, tiny bones, or they might find a whole skeleton. And then they have to take the pieces and put them all together so that it makes a whole animal. If you wanted to take this activity to a whole nother level, you could take string, which I've got here in my hands, and string it across your container in a grid formation so that your tabletop fossil area is sectioned out. Then we would take paper and pencil, which I've got here in my hands, and actually draw that area, right? Paleontologists use grids using string, paper, and pencil to actually determine the size of bones and remember where they were in the dirt when they found them. Awesome, great job, tabletop paleontologists. I had so much fun digging up bones with you. That is something you could do all day. You could bury everything from our paper cutouts, putting those bone puzzles together, or you could also bury your own dinosaur action figures if you've got them at home. All right, Smilodon, Mastodon, are you ready for our next activity? We're gonna be making some dinosaur feet if you're like me and you need to run around a little bit during the day. They are an awesome, super easy craft, but we're gonna switch our tabletop out and get those supplies ready to go, and we'll see you in just a few minutes.
A black screen with white text reads, "You can pause and do the activity now, or continue watching for the next activity."
That tabletop fossil dig was so fun. I had a blast. You'll see that my table looks a little different than it did before. That tabletop container is gone, but I do have my supplies for our next activity, which is dinosaur feet. What could be cooler? If you're running around, these are a great way to imagine yourself as a dinosaur. But what we'll need for this activity is either 2 pieces of paper. They could be white printer paper, construction paper. I also have here foam paper in my favorite color, which is green. And then I have a pencil. My favorite colors could be markers, colored pencils or crayons, and a scissors to cut my feet out. We have a template which you could find on our website or social media pages, or you could draw from scratch, making a big W at the top and connecting the edges with a U shape, and then kind of put a D on the inside, which is where your hand would go through the foot, or your foot would go through the template once we cut it out. So that's what our dinosaur foot is gonna look like. We could, once we have it drawn or cut out, we can color it up. I'm not gonna show you coloring because I have my foam board here in my favorite colors. But if I was gonna color it, I would make it green or purple or pink or blue, any color that I think I could imagine a dinosaur. We took the time to cut out our template. So you'll see that it's got 3 toes and a big foot that looks more like a U or a paddle. And then it's got this D shape in the middle that's also cut out. And that's where my hand goes through, or in this case, my foot. I'm just gonna show you with my hands today. I also did the same thing with my foam board in my favorite color, green. And that's pretty easy too. These might hold up a little better than printer paper just because they're a different material, but you can always make more. That's the best part about using at-home materials. So I'll take my crayons or my colors and color this up my favorite color. And then once I've got 2 ready to go, it's pretty simple from there. I just slip them on my feet. I'm gonna show you with my hands. And I'm ready to run around, right? So fun that we get to be dinosaurs today. But also remember that not every dinosaur walks on 2 feet like a T-Rex. There's also dinosaurs that walk on 4 feet and they eat plants and grasses and the leaves off of trees. There's herbivores and carnivores. So have so much fun, and thank you for joining us for Nature Creations and exploring paleontology with us today through our tabletop fossil dig and our dinosaur feet. If you want to share your creation with us, you can tag us at Niobrara NSR or hashtag Niobrara NSR and hashtag Nature Creations, so we know that you are all up for exploring the Niobrara through activities and crafts. Thanks so much. We'll see you later.
Credits appear as white text on black screen and fade to black.